In the last episode, I introduced you guys to a car that I bought. It's a legendary cult classic, the BMW E36. I guess rather I should say a 30-year-old BMW E36. If you guys are new to the channel, I am not a mechanic, but what I can tell about this car so far is that it seems to run okay, below like 50 miles an hour. It does have its fair share of problems. Leak along here, grease and stuff on here. The headlights on this, the wiring is a joke. Zip ties, tape, no dust cover on this light, pretty hard slam. This doesn't work, the moonroof. We are missing some stuff. Rear panels, the inserts over there. The windows are finicky. Got some bubbles here. That is rust. Flake in here a little bit. That's rust as well. We've also, there we go. These actually vibrated against one another. This is the worst spot. There we go. Now that we've gone over all the problems, while it's sitting still, I've actually never driven it on the highway or interstate yet. You know, sustained speeds of 70 miles an hour. I live in Florida, so 70 miles an hour actually means 80 to 90 miles an hour. Can this BMW E36 handle highway speeds and make it to my shop, which is about 45 minutes away? It's only one way to find out. Let me check and make sure my insurance is up to speed.
You have reached the voicemail box of...
Taking this thing on the highway today, headed up to the shop. Let's see how it does. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Everything seems to be, you know, going well just around town, residential roads and stuff. You got Zuko in the back. How you doing back there, bud? He's a little nervous, but it'll be fine. You gonna be all right, bud? He'll be all right. So much wind noise in here. It's coming from this pillar. Wind noise coming from this seal over here. She rides smooth. She pulls to the left a little bit. Zuko is way too big for the back seat. Anyways, good start. Let's knock on some wood or something. Knock on something. Take what we can get and keep our fingers crossed. 30 to 40 minutes to go. We'll keep an eye on the temp. Make sure she's running all right, but so far, so good.
Later.
All right, we made it. Look, Zuko, we made it. What'd you think? You're not dead. Bang. I was pleasantly surprised at how well the E36 did at highway speeds, but did manage to find a few more problems. A few of them, you know, obviously bigger than others, but I mean, it got Zuko and I there in one piece, so that's good. That being said, let's go ahead and put some of my friends in it and we'll drive to lunch. E36 adventures continue. Oh, look, you gotta grab that. Oh, which? Oh, there you go. There you go.
Hit this button, the whole thing goes flying up.
3 grown men in a tiny 2-door car.
God, it almost knocked me out. Did you see that? It almost knocked me out.
It doesn't lean back. It doesn't, it's like, it was lean back.
You gotta pull it, you gotta mean it when you pull it.
I f***ing mean it, bro. There's not, I'll break the goddamn plastic, I assure you. I'm not f***ing dumb. See? That's it. There's no cable pull. It's like it's f***ing jacked, so I get to sit straight
Not
up.
in this car.
Yeah, this car. This mother.
Oh, shit.
There it is.
Oh, my God.
No, it's
there
not
goes my
leaning.
toes. That was my toes. You just
Bro, it's right there, but it doesn't move it.
look at my toe gap.
Chris, there's no way this would be broken. Everything is fully functional in this car that was cheaper than a Grom.
Yeah.
It's a Beamer, bro. It is a BMW.
It's a Beamer, bro.
My head is hitting the roof. This is
We're gonna race to lunch. You ready?
Oh, let's f***ing race. Yeah, the first gear? No, it's like...
We gotta secure it. Look, right here. I hold it. This is the security.
If I do this around my arm 3 times, and then we tie it back over here,
Yes.
I think we're good, right?
Y'all know the saying, do as I say, not as I do? Yeah, that. Don't ride without seatbelts, kids.
Put it through your window and roll your window up, and it'll hold it open.
Cheaper than a Grom.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
That's right.
I wonder if this actually works, because I'd hate for it to fly out and hit me in the face. Motherfucker.
That'd be some content.
You know what? The door panel's actually f***ing on there, though.
You have no rear How do you know
So
who's
Turn your
behind?
fucking head.
I have side mirrors, but look at this. Where it was, there's a huge chunk missing out of the glass.
Like cars in the 1930s had rear views. But
It's in the trunk.
But the Beamer,
It's
the
in
trunk.
yeah, it's in the trunk.
Help me out. Hold my hand. Hold.
Try to open the door. It's locked, right? See, that's the cool thing. You use the key to lock it. It locks all of them. That's luxury right
you
there.
know, my Honda did that too.
That all lock mod.
I think it's just kind of industry standard.
We call that luxury right there.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's why we eat at the finest establishments of luxury. Orlando Ale House. Zinger mac and cheese. Zinger mac and cheese. Fancy boy sandwich. To match that fancy hat.
Look at.
Got all that fancy hat room. Okay, look, like there's a slight left here. I don't have to do anything. That's part of the feature. That's part of the feature of the car.
I don't know if you guys are catching this in the footage. I'm going from like here to here. Wow. Fuck, I'm gonna need to see my chiropractor after this one.
Bertini says that he's gonna need a chiropractor after this ride. Did I mention the suspension being total shit on this car before? I think I might have. Such a low car. 3 inches of clearance there, I'd say.
You're lucky.
This suspension is rough. Lower it 2 to 4 inches, which is a bit aggressive. Pretty hard slam there. Oh, shit. You all right?
We made it.
You make it. What'd you guys think of your first Beamer luxury experience?
So you know what? I'm gonna get in line and never do that again.
Really?
Yeah, I'm getting in line right now.
I had the opposite experience.
Huh?
I
Enjoyed
thought
it?
it was really fun, especially when we did all that illegal that we weren't supposed to do.
I like seeing 140.
That was
Especially when we
nice.
cut off that old lady.
Yeah, that was
That
fun.
was nice.
All right, so the Beamer made its maiden voyage here. It also made it to lunch and back. Chris hates it. Bertini enjoys it.
Get in line to never do that again.
That's just rude. Whenever the Turbo 2JZ comes in, that's in my Amazon cart right now. We're totally gonna my Amazon 2JZ. What dreams may come. Amazon. All right, so far so good. Look at this person in front of me. They got a cat decal on their window, and then the tail is the windshield wiper. We're in between some high walls. Yeah. So I will say, suspension definitely one of the first things. I got new headlights on the way as well, because the headlights are pretty rough. What does that even mean? The headlights are pretty rough. How can headlights be pretty rough? I'm glad you asked. These headlights, they're a little rough behind the actual headlight. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Woo, those hydraulics are strong. Damn. It's kind of a rat's nest of wires. Dust cap doesn't quite click on. You got like just a random light hanging here. We got some tape on top of the lights. Tape holding on these brows. There we go, got the lightsaber. No dust cover, rat's nest wiring, and this one being held on by this zip tie here. Not even really on there at all. So we got new lights in here. Let's go ahead, unbox. All right, apparently not angel eyes, these are eagle eyes. Get these unpackaged also. All right, there they are, unpackaged. One of the reasons I did go with these is because it has this part built in instead of it being separate like this one. JB Weld or something going on in there. Instead of having to potentially deal with them coming loose, breaking, all that stuff, they're now built in. Came with a couple of like little wire splice pieces and some bulbs as well. Now these do have the bulbs already in them, so these two main lights. Look, dust covers, nice. Adjusters here and here. And then this is going to be a spot for these lights, little side markers. Let's go ahead and do a demonstration of what the headlights currently look like. There you go. All right, and then actually turn them all the way on. High beam. So that's what the lighting looks like on here. I hit the left blinker. I forgot the wiring with the blinkers and this thing doesn't work. I hit right blinker. Yep, nothing on the right side. Hopefully these new ones address that. Old and busted. New hotness. Old and busted. New hotness.
Eventually.
It was pretty much plug and play with the harnesses here. Don't get them crisscrossed. Obviously low will be high and high will be low, so confirm which is which beforehand. And then indicator light as well. So got that all plugged in. Check out quality for like 140 bucks for those headlights. That's just crazy. And then these are the old ones. Like just, these things are so rough. This looks super clean now. I like it a lot. You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Now that I can drive at night, since the headlights actually work and I have blinkers again. Isn't that weird? A BMW owner that wants to use his blinkers? Pretty rare shit. On that note, what is up with that? Like BMW owners having that stigma of not using their blinkers. It's not like a pay gate or a paywall. It comes with every car, right? While riding a motorcycle, if somebody doesn't use their blinker, like going up and being like, hey, is this that blinker model vehicle? So annoying, especially on a bike. It's just, God, use your blinker. So easy. I mean, I'm guilty of not using it sometimes, especially while driving the Beamer. Now that I can drive at night safely, Eric, Kathy, and I decided to go see some other BMWs over at Orlando Speed World at a drift event that they were hosting. If you guys are in the Central Florida area, you're looking for drift events, a drag strip, racetrack shit, Orlando Speed World, check them out. I'll be sure to drop a link down in the description below. Going to check out Orlando Speed World drift event.
Motorcycles just get guys. I don't need guys.
That's true. Motorcycles do get dudes.
I see a lot of cute girls with these ratchet like drift cars.
Yeah, you just need to
Drifter, bro?
Drifter, bro. You can throw some bags in a drift car and be a drift bagger, bro.
All right.
One of the reasons that I bought this car was because it was ranked so highly as a drift car. The chassis being very well balanced, obviously it being rear-wheel drive. Going to this drift event was super motivating. It just looks so fun. Honestly, I can't wait to have this car in good enough shape to be able to start learning. If any of you guys out there have advice on how to start and all that stuff, be sure to drop whatever comments or advice you might have down in the comments below. Honestly, I don't know about tandems though. You know, like I want to rebuild this thing so it's nice. I know I do call it the shitbox, but you know, it has working AC and cruise control works, and I mean most of the stuff works. It needs a little bit of love. Tandems, man, it's if you mess up, the person in the chase car doesn't have much time to react, and this happens. Guys, so throwing an ending on this episode, but letting you guys know what we have to look forward to. We've got custom drift spec coilovers in from BC Racing for the E36. So this is going to be a future episode, custom build stamp on there. So big shout out to BC Racing. Really appreciate the collaboration, and looking forward to throwing that on there. Also, they gave us some really cool swag. Check this out. BC Racing is on board. I'm pretty stoked about it. I actually got a tour of their facility because they're here local in Central Florida. Can't wait to share that episode with you guys. But before that, you guys will come to expect this pretty often. Working on a 30-year-old BMW E36 is like one step forward, two steps back. You literally fix one thing and another thing goes wrong. So what's the latest thing that we're gonna be tackling in the upcoming episode? Yeah, you know, nothing too serious, just a fuel leak. And I'm not talking about like a little fuel leak either. I'm talking like Niagara Falls level, like. We got a huge gas leak, guys. There's an absolute puddle underneath the car right now. Yeah, gas isn't supposed to do that, right? I'm gonna show you guys that all in the next episode, where I actually take it to a master mechanic and he's gonna tell us everything that's wrong with a BMW E36 shitbox. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one though. If you did, do me a huge favor, be sure to hit that like button. It lets YouTube know that we're doing a good job. If you guys aren't subscribed, you wanna see more problems that come up with this car, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon also so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. You guys be sure to grab a wrench, get to work. It's just nuts and bolts. Don't let this stuff intimidate you. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.